For years, the apartment in Tai Hang, Hong Kong had been abandoned. Tenants would come and go, but none stayed for long. Strange noises filled the hallways at night. Whispers, scratching sounds, and the occasional soft giggle of a child. But no children lived there. One night, Leah Wong, a young journalist, moved in. She had heard the rumors, the legend of the Hello Kitty murder. But she didn't believe in ghosts. Leah Wong entered the apartment with the intention of writing an exposé to prove that the past was just a distant memory, something that no longer mattered. However, the moment she stepped inside, she immediately sensed that something was off, as if the apartment itself was holding on to a dark secret that refused to be forgotten. Leah unpacked her bags and set her laptop on a dusty wooden table, noticing the air was heavy with a foul, rotting smell. She wrinkled her nose and opened the windows, but the awful smell didn't go away. As she explored the apartment, she found a small Hello Kitty doll tucked in the corner of the living room. It was old, its white fur stained with something dark, its eyes dull and lifeless. She reached for it, but the moment her fingers brushed the fabric, she heard a soft, childlike voice whisper.
"Help me."
Leah jumped back, pulling her hand away. The voice had been soft, like a child's, but it was clear and real. She laughed nervously. "Great. First night, and I'm already losing my mind." Shaking her head, she grabbed the doll and tossed it into the garbage. But as she turned back toward her room, the doll was on the table. Leah's heart pounded. She stared at the Hello Kitty plush, its stitched smile now seeming sinister. "No," she muttered, grabbing it again. This time she shoved it into a drawer and slammed it shut. But she couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching her. That night she awoke to the sound of soft scratching. It was coming from the drawer. Leah sat up, her heart thumping. She slowly moved toward the desk. The drawer was shaking just a little, like something inside was trying to escape. Then she heard a whisper.
"He hurt me."
Leah's breath caught in her throat. The voice was closer now, as if it were right next to her ear. She turned, but there was nothing, just shadows. Swallowing hard, she wrenched open the drawer. The doll was gone. The room felt colder, the air thick with something invisible but heavy. Leah backed away, grabbing her phone. Maybe she was hallucinating. Maybe she was just exhausted. That's when she saw it, the mirror. There, reflected behind her, stood a woman. Her face was mutilated, lips torn open in a permanent scream, eyes hollow and black. Her hands reached forward. Leah spun around. Nothing. But when she turned back to the mirror, the woman was smiling. The next day, Leah did what any journalist would do. She dug deeper. She spent hours in the archives, searching for information about the 1999 Hello Kitty murder. The details made her stomach turn. A young woman, Fan Man Yi, had been held captive in this very apartment by 3 men. They had tortured her for a month, burning her, beating her, and eventually killing her. When they realized she was dead, they cut up her body, boiled her remains, and stuffed her skull inside a Hello Kitty doll. Leah covered her mouth. No wonder the place was haunted, but something wasn't right. According to the case files, the doll had been destroyed, burned by the police during the investigation. So how was it here? When Leah returned home, the air felt heavier. She hesitated at the door, sensing an overwhelming wrongness inside. Slowly, she stepped in. The Hello Kitty doll was sitting on her bed. Leah screamed, backing away. This wasn't possible. Then her phone buzzed. A message. No number. Just 2 words. "Help me." Leah's hands trembled as she typed back. "Who are you?" The reply came instantly. "I never left." And then, the lights flickered. A shadow moved in the corner. The air turned ice cold and Leah felt something behind her, a hand on her shoulder. Then, the voice.
"He is still here."
Leah spun around, but the room was empty. Except The shadows in the mirror were wrong. Something was there, something watching, something waiting. And then the doll moved. Leah knew she had to leave, but as she reached for the door, it slammed shut on its own. The air turned suffocating. Leah gasped, stumbling back. The Hello Kitty doll lay on the floor, its head slowly turning toward her. The whispers grew louder. "He hurt me. He never left. He's watching." Leah clawed at the door, yanking it open. There, in the hallway, stood a man. His face was blurred, his body dark and twisted like a smudge in reality. He was tall, looming, and though he had no eyes, she felt him staring. The lights flickered violently. The man stepped forward. Leah backed away, her body paralyzed with terror. The doll twitched. The walls began to shake, the ceiling cracking, as if the entire room was about to collapse. Then, suddenly, the doll went still. The man vanished. And Leah was alone. She never spoke about what happened. She moved out the next day, leaving everything behind. But as she walked away, she couldn't shake the feeling that something had followed her. That night, as she sat in her new apartment, she checked her phone. A new message. No number. No name. Just one word. "Help me." And in the reflection of her laptop screen, the Hello Kitty doll sat behind her, smiling, waiting. Let us know what you think of the haunting of the Hello Kitty doll in the comments below. Is this just a legend or something much darker? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a chilling tale from our haunted series.